Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us here at Your Financial Independence. So today I got a video. We're going to go over some recent news, or it was a couple days ago. I've been very busy. At the end, I'll explain why I started up a new business. But put all that to the side. We're going to be talking about Trulieve stock and some of the news that came out. And then after that, then we're going to get into another stock, a very high growth stock that really has fallen off like every investor's like watch list, stuff like that. And the fundamentals of the company have gone up tremendously. They were actually number one in a certain space in the Amazon sales. So make sure you like and subscribe if you do like this content. Without further wasting y'all's time, let's get into the information that I'm making this video about. So my favorite stock right now that I invested a lot of my money initially to get this business going. All that capital is done away with. The business is up and going. I actually made a very profitable last 3 days, almost closed out on my first grand in 3 days of the business starting. But after that, I am going to continue investing, and this is my favorite stock to invest in right now, which is Trulieve. Just everything, like the price to sales, the forward PE, the high growth rate, and the upside in the next decade to honestly 2 decades in this company is tremendous, and I want to be involved in that. So the CEO, Kim Rivers, actually got featured on Woman to Watch 2021. And one of the key things that I do want to point out with, because a CEO is very important for a company. You know, they're the top of the top. You know, they run the company. So you want to make sure that they got good goals in mind. So one of the things that she said when she was doing this Women to Watch interview was, our goal is to create long-lasting and authentic relationships with our customers, she says, and that certainly sometimes we're extremely focused on and we're extremely proud of, because that shows it's not only about having a single transaction, it's about developing the relationship. So put this into perspective. Most of the time when y'all go grocery shopping, I know we like using either Safeway or Walmart. Like, that's our go-to. If you need pharmacy products or something, you either go Walgreens or CVS. In my personal mindset of what this the next decade is going to be like for dispensaries, you're going to go Curaleaf or you're going to go Trulieve. So they're trying to capture as much of the growth as they can, and they're making all these interactions like personal. Like, if you have questions about the product you're buying, like they have a sales rep, or they usually call them bud tenders, and they'll give you like the full everything you need to know about the product. And that's what Trulieve is really focusing on, which I think is very important. So they're focusing on the customer right now. They're making sure they have the best experience, they have the best product that's been tested, and they're doing everything that this company, in my opinion, should be doing right now. So Trulieve took a vastly different approach, as you know, most of the other cannabis companies, if you do look at, they did take a vastly different approach. So they took a different approach to growth compared to most multi-state operators. So Trulieve focused on Florida first, and now that they got more capital, they got cash on hand that's a lot higher. They don't have to take as much debt, they don't have to issue as much shares, and now they can start expanding. Just like y'all saw, they bought Harvest Health and Recreation, I think it's the full company name, but everybody knows it as Harvest. They bought out that company. They're the leader in Arizona, which is where I live, and they're everywhere. So they bought out them. So now they're moving to different states, being that they started in Florida, focused on that. And as you see here, as of August 12th, Trulieve had 88 dispensaries open in Florida. And I think they have 100 dispensaries without the Harvest. You know, just put that to the side, that merger's still going through. But they have 100 dispensaries, and 88 of them are in Florida. And I'm glad of that, because Florida is a huge market, especially in the next decade. So if you want to go through the full article, you can go to Trulieve in the investor relations section. And then they have a little tab down there, and if you go to like news and presentations, you can see what's on the screen right now. So you have the women to watch, which is a little bit what we went over. It's a really good read if you do like reading up on companies. And then they just debuted a new line of concentrates using hydrocarbon extract that they're basically selling in all their Florida dispensaries right now. So that's another good read too, especially if you are invested in this company. And now to talk about some of the stock price, or man, I think I've been super busy. So I think this was screenshotted yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was at $27.03. I want to say that they're down about 0.5% today. So probably somewhere in the 26.50-ish range. So yeah, they are down in the 26.50 range. I just checked real fast. I personally still think it's a buy. We could have a pullback, and I hope that we have a pullback. Honestly, like if I can get these shares for like $20, or for whatever means, like it goes down to $15, I would love buying this company for the long term. As you know, I am a long-term investor. I'm investing in this company. Like I don't plan on selling these shares for the next decade. The only time I would sell, if for some reason the share price jumped up to like $150 and is super overvalued, then yeah, I would probably sell like half of my shares and keep the rest or so. But as long as it's hovering around below $30, I do think it's a buy. If it goes below like $22, I think you're still in those shares. Like there's no reason why you should be buying those shares for $22. The amount of growth that they had in 2020, the amount of growth they're having right now in 2021 is insane. And I still think you can look at any price to sales ratio, the forward PE. Like this company, look at their balance sheet. Like they have enough cash on hand to pay off the debts. They don't have to, sell a bunch of shares, which dilute shareholder value. I can make a more in-depth video on that if y'all would like that. But like this company is set up for like growth far in the decade. So I still think that this stock is a buy right now. I almost forgot. My friend Robert, he's getting married sometime, I want to say it's October of next year. Sorry if I got that month wrong. Still haven't got a date finalized, but look at these little koozies right here. This definitely isn't a Coors Light that I'm drinking, but yeah, look at the koozies. It's pretty cool. It's got my name, Daniel, on it. So without, putting that aside, I had to take a quick little sip. Y'all can probably tell in the video. But Very Good Butchers debuts as #1. This is talking about the news about a stock that I'm watching. The stock price is going down. The fundamentals of the company is going like parabolic. Like they're growing insanely fast. So the Very Good Butcher debuts as #1 release in the meatless category on Amazon. Amazon's like the biggest e-commerce, so this is a huge deal. Like this is a really big deal. I don't know any other way to put it. So if you are interested, I can make a full video. I may have made one video in the past, but I've been keeping this stock on my watch list because I think at the time it was like $5 or $6, and now it's like $2.20 per share. I've been steadily watching. If it drops below the $2 range, the research that I've done, I still got to further my research more, look more in depth on the company. But I'm gonna start doing that. And if it drops below $2, that's when I'm gonna start buying. That's my price target. That way you have a good safety of margin, or margin of safety with the fundamentals of this company. So I do want to get into the 4 products that they are offering on Amazon, which is the Very Good box. It's basically 13 plus plant-based meals. Then you have the big box, which is just a bigger variety. Then you have smoked burgers, and then the Very Good burgers. If you don't know, they basically use like beans and other like veggie like burger types. So that is a stock that I am looking into. The fundamentals for this company is going like insane. I haven't bought any shares, but I do plan on in the future. If we're still seeing the same growth rates and their price keeps dropping down, eventually it's going to hit a bottom. The company's making so much money right now, like their growth rates are insane. So I am watching this stock closely, and I will let y'all know as soon as I do buy. So those of y'all that did stick around and watch this whole video, I do appreciate y'all like tremendously. But I do want to let y'all know right now I just started a business and I'm continually growing this business. So basically, it's a landscaping business. I'll make a video in the future, but it's a landscaping business. It's a lot of basically hard labor. But just to let y'all know some little insight in the business, like it's going phenomenally well. I can't keep up with how much demand there is right now. I live in Tucson, Arizona right now. The demand is insane. I bought probably about $900 worth of product, like the hedge trimmer, weed eater, just everything that you need for, a pole saw, everything that you need for a landscaping company around here. We don't have a lot of grass. It's mainly like weeds, bushes, trees. I'm eventually going to get into the pressure washing sector, where you pressure wash houses, driveways, roofs, solar panels. But the business has taken off far beyond of like what I thought. I've always wanted to own a business, and I encourage any of y'all, like if you have a goal to start a business, at least like start small, you can build up. So I bought like $900 worth of like, I guess, assets, like the leaf blowers and all the equipment and stuff like that. And the last 3 days, on the one video I make about this, I will in the future, probably next week sometime, but I've already paid back all of that. So all of my capital that I put towards the business, this is regardless, I had to build out a LLC, the state license, the federal license, the business license. There's a lot of fees involved. But in the first 3 days alone, I basically made back all that money that I paid out. And then the weeks and months and years ahead, like it's basically going to be pure profit after you get taxed, because you have self-income tax and then you have Medicare and stuff like that, Social Security tax that has to come out, which is about 30%. But yeah, the last 3 days I've been averaging about 250 to like 275 a day. So I just want to say that to, if anybody has ambitions of starting a business, a company, what have you, like just take it. I wish I had started doing this like a year, 2 years ago. So with that, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, the little breakdown I done with Trulieve, why it's my #1 stock to buy right now, and then some further insight on another company that I am watching very heavy. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and see me back next week.